we're back again. Week 13 is done, and we're moving on to the last regular season week 14. So let's take a look at some things. Alright, let's start with our special guest, Nomad, back again. Was he ever? The game of the week, Princess Meow Meow and the Kansas City Arrowheads. Part 2 for the season. Definitely lived up to the hype and expectations that I set for it. But it's a very high scoring match, 192 to 185. Coming down into the second half of the Monday Night Football game. Trevor Lawrence gets injured. Who knows how that goes? It might have been closer. It might have been the same result, but it might have been closer at least. Who knows? But pretty much after that Evan McPherson 50-something yard field goal, the match was all but over. So not as close as the Zach Wilson debacle, but still a good match and a high-scoring one at that. Very interesting things there. But yeah, that definitely was crazy. Everything else pretty much the same. Week 14, obviously the last regular season week before we start the playoffs. 3 of the 5 matchups are basically elimination games, not including Commissioner Romocop versus Victoria's Secret and the Arrowheads versus Team Greenwood. Those 2 matchups are not elimination games because we still have the same 3 that are eliminated, and we technically still have the same one that is only in the playoffs by himself, apparently. I don't know. Not for long. Obviously, the 3 spots will be clinched, and clearly looks like Dusk Till Dawn will have the second spot, or have one of the other spots. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself there, and then that leaves Princess Meow Meow, the Scranton Stranglers, and Cali Zacatash fighting for those last spots. And if not to discredit the Rust City Phantoms and the Stormtrooper Academy, who ESPN says has a 2% and 1% chance respectively. We'll see how that plays out, and if we see any crazy movement there. I'm sure it'll come down to points. Tiebreaker is points, so it's going to be important that A, you win, B, you have more points than at least a couple other people that are going to be trying to get into the playoffs as well. So basically, here we are. The playoffs have been going slowly, not officially, and now they're really picking up here because this is an elimination week, and we will see that play out. It's really the same thing. Set your best lineups and go. Lots of things shaking out there. As far as the other 2 matchups, that doesn't mean that, don't play, because draft position and order and all that is in play too, and it never hurts to try to play spoiler. Also, the bottom position is on the line that we sat in the summertime that everybody agreed upon, that the person finishing in last place would purchase the toilet seat and wear it during the business portion of next year's league meeting. I'm bringing that up because this is the last week for us to have games to decide that position, and that is important right now to address. So that is a 3-way tie between the Arrowheads, Team Greenwood, and Victoria's Secret right now, depending on the results of this week's matches and points. So we'll see who collects that honor as well. So we're looking at the playoffs, and we're looking at the toilet seat thing. So we got stuff everywhere throughout. It's pretty cool. Nobody's been eliminated yet from the other week, so I thought possibly you would see, a couple more, but that didn't happen. So it's cool to have so many teams with a shot, whether it's a small shot or a larger shot, here in week 14. Which is weird to say because we're getting very far in our season and in the NFL season as well. But yeah, it'll be interesting. 3 more teams will join Commissioner Romocop in the playoffs. Really, it's 2 more teams because ESPN says Dustin Don is 99%, and I completely believe that too. I'm not even going to look up a scenario where that changes because I don't really know if that exists, but it might. We'll play that out, but I'm pretty sure there's 2 spots open and 3 to 5 teams fighting for those 2 spots. I couldn't ask for it, to be any better as far as that goes. I mean, the games are huge, bigger every week, and this week is certainly going to be very huge as we watch it unfold. This video was a little late. I wanted to make sure I had the proper time to address it. I didn't want to rush it yesterday, but it is what it is. It's a crazy time of year. We're getting closer to the end of the year, the real year, which is weird, and we'll be on to 2024, but you all know that. Right now, we're going to battle it out and see how the playoffs shake up, and then come back and decipher everything. But hope everybody's doing all right or well, and I will catch you next time. Peace.